Hey everyone, my name is Kate Strass and welcome to my blog post 1C. And today we're going to be talking about how musical theater is a form of an implicit religion. Why did I pick this topic, you might ask? Well, let me show you. In high school, I went to Wexford Collegiate School for the Arts, where I participated in the musical theater program, which means for all of my electives, I would have to do vocals, drama, or dance. During class time, me and my classmates would prepare for the musical or the annual show, or we would be working on our different musical theater skits and everything that had to do with acting and theater. So before we answer the question of, is musical theater an implicit religion? First, we must discuss what is an implicit religion. According to Emil Durkheim, the functional definition of religion has three components: the social aspect, the meaning-making component, and the encounter with the transcendent reality. Religion is not necessarily based on external activity, but it is the reflection of the internal values outside of ourselves. According to Edward Bailey, there are three aspects to implicit religion. The first is having orientation to ideas and ideals. The second is rules or guidelines for moral actions. And three, who are our people and community? According to Jennifer Porter, a crucial aspect of implicit religion is ensuring that there is a sacred thing amidst the profane. In summary, we have said that implicit religion has four different aspects. 1, is there something sacred? 2, is there an orientation to ideas or ideals? 3, are there rules or guidelines for morals and actions? And 4, is there a sense of community? So with all of this being said, I'm here to argue that musical theater, or the practice of musical theater, can be looked at as a form of implicit religion. To argue this sentiment, I'm going to discuss three different things that support my claim of musical theater as a form of implicit religion. The first is I'm going to use my friend Coral as a case study. The second is I'm going to talk about the feedback I received from my peers via Instagram. And the third is my own personal experience with musical theater. So the reason why I reached out to my friend Coral is because not only did we do dance lessons together when we were children, we also went to high school together for musical theater. And then she loved it so much, she actually decided to pursue musical theater at the University of Windsor, and she has now been in the professional field for about a year and a half. So I reached out to Coral and I asked her, why do you love musical theater so much? What joy does it bring to you? And do you have any sense that musical theater can even be a form of religion? Here's what she had to say. The biggest connection between theater and religion is the aspect of community. I've only been in professional theater for a year, and it already has been an amazing experience. When people are involved in theater or a church community, you are there because you want to be. It's extremely rare that people are forced into these experiences, and I have never experienced any situation or any other group that have had the tremendous amount of support for each other than a church or a theater. Another huge correlation that comes out of community is the positivity and building each other up. Unfortunately, in the world we live in, I truly don't believe we support each other enough, and so much of our lives revolves around tearing each other down and to further themselves. And religion and theater, it is the complete opposite. It's our mutual love for what we're passionate about and that we use to build each other up. Religion and theater are something that does not come easy, and it's something that can be very difficult to explain to people who don't understand. Like anything in life, you have to work hard to get what you want, and consistency and practice will always be the main reason that you strive. So I decided to go on Instagram and ask the question of, how did musical theater impact you? And here are some of the responses. Musical theater made me have so much confidence, so now I'm very social. I loved musical theater so much that I work here now. Musical theater made me realize that I could achieve my dream and sing and dance through life. I met my best friend in MT. Musical theater completely brought me out of my shell and gave me some of the best memories and friendships in high school. So during my time at Wexford, there are a few things that I really take from that whole point in my life. In musical theater, I can definitely say that the sense of community was a huge aspect to the program. Our place of belonging or congregation was the auditorium. We would spend about 4 hours a day in that space, and then a month before a show, we'd even spend weekends there from 9 to 6 every weekend rehearsing and practicing. Furthermore, the goal of our performance was really ultimately to bring joy to the larger community around us. So another thing that I remember us constantly doing within the program is having practices or sayings that we would constantly say together as a group. So the first one is standing in the auditorium, nodding your head up and down, closing your eyes, tapping your chest, and saying, "That I am, that I am, that I am." Why we said that, I actually have no idea, but I still remember it being drilled in me that that was our like calming practice that we would do to center us before we started our practice. Another thing I remember is constantly being told and constantly having to also repeat after them is early is on time is late, and late is unemployed. Yeah, that really stuck with me. Throughout this ethnography, I have established that musical theater fosters a deep sense of community. Theater people have the ultimate goal of putting on a show for the greater community and follow the ideals of the show must go on. From a personal standpoint, the constant practice, the meeting place, and the rituals associated with my personal experience with musical theater definitely resembles an implicit religion. However, that may not have been the same for every theater kid. Thank you for watching my video.